Heartbreaking news. Dawson's Creek star James Beek has lost his brave 2-year battle with colon cancer.
A final, profound revelation from a cultural icon is currently shaking our collective perspective on human value. James Beek recently departed this world. For those unfamiliar, he was a pillar of 90s cinema. Which of his roles defines your memories? Many instantly recall Varsity Blues. Was that your favorite? Or perhaps the intensity of his gridiron performances? It is fascinating how different eras connect with specific faces. Some of us immediately hear the opening chords of that famous coastal drama. I'll share a secret with this circle. Keep this between us. During my military service, my squad had a strictly private ritual. Amidst the rigors of the barracks, 2 events were mandatory viewing. When the Home Run Kings were chasing history, we were glued to the screen. But every Tuesday night later shifted to Wednesdays, we gathered for Dawson's Creek, soldiers in uniform. Yet we never missed a single episode of that guy's journey. It was our unspoken pact. Enjoy the show, but never mention it outside those walls. You could admit to watching glossy soap operas, but a teen drama that stayed in the unit. It truly was a phenomenal production. However, the most striking legacy he left isn't a character, but a moment where he encountered the divine during his darkest trial. On what would be his last birthday, following a year of immense struggle, he offered a lesson that stops you in your tracks. He admitted that in his youth, his identity was tied to being an actor, which felt hollow. Transitioning to a husband brought more depth. Becoming a father was his peak. He defined himself as a protector, a provider, and a caretaker of his family's land. For years, those roles answered the question of who he was. Then, reality shifted. Suddenly, he was staring directly into the eyes of his own end. Every label he cherished was forcibly removed. Seeking medical care meant he couldn't assist his wife. He lacked the strength to tuck his children into bed. His career paused, and his physical vigor faded until he couldn't even maintain his garden. He was left in a quiet apartment, a shadow of his former self, battling a terminal illness. He asked the void, "If I am stripped of every role, what is left of me?" Through deep contemplation, a truth emerged. I am worthy of love simply because I exist. If the Creator finds me valuable, why shouldn't I value myself? He viewed his journey through sickness as a gateway to this clarity. He believed the outpouring of global prayers fueled this epiphany. He offered this thought to everyone, regardless of their specific beliefs. If traditional religious terminology feels restrictive, replace it. Your personal truth can simply be that your worth is inherent. Isn't that a powerful shift? He passed away just 48 hours after sharing that. Look at his expression in those final frames. You see a man anchored by conviction and devoid of terror. He met his end face to face with a peace that defies logic. If that doesn't illustrate the core of our message here at Winds of Thought, nothing will. It's deeply moving. We witness many public figures pass away, and we tie our history to them. Whether it's the high school nerd from our favorite sitcom, or the charismatic star of a racing franchise who left us too soon, these losses sting. We remember the heroes who stood for justice on screen. You wonder what is happening to our world. Yet, this is the cycle we all inhabit. Think back to 1999, when his football film debuted. Entire teams would go to the theater together. Movies used to have that power to unify a culture and spark change through original stories. They aren't crafted the same way anymore. But here is an individual who left an indelible mark through his art and, more importantly, through his devotion to his family. He leaves behind a grieving partner and 6 beautiful children. We honor his contribution to our cultural fabric. May he find eternal rest. We all owe a debt to nature, eventually. When we are young and vital, we often construct our own sense of security and doubt the spiritual. Yet the human condition is unique. When faced with the inevitable, we are capable of profound introspection if we silence our egos. You saw a man evaluating his essence. We are all inherently valuable to a higher power that offers grace despite our human failings. This reflection should inspire us to pause. You don't have to wait for a crisis to evaluate your trajectory. What choices define your path today? His life was a mirror of his values, seen clearly in the family he built. Interestingly, he met his wife on a spiritual journey in 2009. Despite their backgrounds, they found such a deep connection to the sacred that they wed in a city known for its ancient spiritual roots. Neither shared that specific heritage, yet they felt drawn to it. He was a man of immense character. It's tragic to lose someone at 47, but it reminds us how vital faith becomes as we age. I often suggest, to those around me, find a space for reflection this weekend. Attend a service, even if you've been distant from your beliefs. Perhaps life's hardships or negative experiences with institutions have colored your view. A wise mentor once told me that if you judge the spiritual based on human behavior, you'll be let down. Humans operate on a horizontal plane and fail each other. The vertical relationship, your direct connection to the infinite, where true stability lies. I am perpetually stunned by the life I get to lead and the gratitude I feel. This story wasn't on the schedule, but his final message was too significant to ignore. I hope it resonates with those who need it most. We have new symbols of this message. Coming soon reminders to choose courage over anxiety. I was recently reflecting on historical accounts of those who doubted until they saw proof. The ancient text mentions that those who haven't seen but still hold conviction are truly blessed. That describes our journey. We weren't witnesses to the miracles of the past, yet we maintain our inner light. That is living faith. Think of the brave individuals globally who stand by their convictions even under the threat of violence. They choose their truth over their fears in real. That is the heartbeat of this community. People often see our apparel and feel a silent kinship. It's more than a brand. It's a statement of presence. Here I am, ready to be utilized for a greater purpose. If this message stirred something within you, please engage with the video. Hit the like button and join our community at Winds of Thought. You can find more of our deep dive discussions here, or listen to our full-length conversations through the link on the screen. We are on a journey of discovery together, exploring the depths of the human spirit. Until next time, keep reflecting on your inherent worth. The world may try to define you by what you do, but your true value lies in who you are at your core. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the whisper of your soul. We have much more to explore, so stay tuned for our upcoming series on finding peace in a chaotic world. Every story we share is a brick in the foundation of a more conscious life. Thank you for being part of this movement. We are growing every day, not just in numbers, but in our understanding of what it means to be truly alive. Peace be with you all as you navigate your own healing portals and revelations. Remember, the strongest version of yourself is the one that isn't afraid to look mortality in the eye and smile. We'll see you in the next video as we continue to unpack the mysteries of existence and the power of a life lived with intention and grace. Goodbye for now, and keep seeking the light in every shadow you encounter.